So last week there was a migrant protest at the Manchester South Hotel in Fallowfield. Now this was a very tense protest, and I'm told that members of Stand Up to Racism physically attacked patriots, stole flags from them, threw eggs at them, and there was also extreme levels of intimidation from Stand Up to Racism at this protest. But I want to bring your attention to this person. She is a member of Stand Up to Racism. She was at the protest and she's currently being investigated by police for spitting in the face of a Jewish man who was standing on the side of the patriots. Now, as part of the investigation, police did actually take the Jewish man's flag. They're going to swab it for DNA samples to determine if the woman did actually spit on the Jewish man. And if they find her DNA on this flag, then she will be arrested and she will be charged. Now, I've actually got some videos of the police investigating this at the protest as it unfolded. This is the first video of police actually approaching the woman and confronting her about allegedly spitting in the face of the Jewish man. So here's the first video.
Let in every refugee!
Murder racists in the sea!
Let in every refugee!
Murder racists in the sea! Let in every refugee! Murder racists in the sea! Let
So she said there, I'm not doing anything illegal, and there was somebody actually whispering in her ear as well, telling her not to speak.
in every refugee!
Let in every refugee! Say it loud, say it clear!
Say it clear!
Refugees are welcome here.
Say it loud! Say it clear!
Refugees are welcome here.
Say it loud! Say it clear!
Refugees are welcome here.
So as you can see, her expression there, to me, she had quite a smug look on her face there. She was asked by police, do you have anything to say? And you know, she saw there an allegation for what? You know, and you could see one of these Stand Up to Racism members whispering in her ear, telling her not to say anything. So she was keeping her mouth shut and she didn't really say anything. Now, this man here, he is the Jewish man that she allegedly spat on. You can see in his hand, he is holding a Jewish cap. He is a Jewish man that was born in England, but he is also an English patriot too. Now, he says police actually took the woman's details and they will be arresting her in a couple of days about the incident.
Take her details, I'll be fuming. What's they done about it? Nothing. Not done nothing.
They took her details, they're going to arrest her in the next couple of days. They don't want to do this, I'm going to stand in front of her and wind up and record it.
Oh, yeah. Right, so guys, you got spat on and they've not arrested the person. What example does that set?
So yeah, at this point now, you see the Jewish man actually confronting the lady that spat on him just to get her reaction and to see what she had to say. And she didn't really have nothing to say. She still had the same smug look on her face, but he wanted to confront her about the situation because she spat on him. And as you can see, he stood there with his Jewish cap on and she stood there. She has that kind of guilty look on her face, you know, but at the same time, it looks like she just doesn't give a fuck. She's actually proud of what she did.
They're protecting the one that spat. Yeah.
So yeah, at this point of the video, you can actually now see the Jewish man is still standing here. This man, he is a member of Stand Up to Racism. He is blocking the woman now so people can't film her. And you see this woman and this guy laughing. This person's laughing. He's laughing. And then another person is behind laughing about the fact that she just spat on a Jewish man.
Being protected. 17282 solar.
You can see her there laughing, hysterical, thinking it's funny.
Do it the other way around.
Laughing, smirking, making jokes. He's laughing about it as well. No, they're all laughing about it.
Greater Manchester Police at its finest.
Now, I just want to give my thoughts on the situation, just a quick reaction to the situation. I don't want to elaborate on it too much, but I understand why Stand Up to Racism probably do not like this Jewish man. It's clear everybody knows there was a situation going on in Gaza at the moment. Now, I want to make my position clear on this. When it comes to wars, I am completely against all wars across the planet. I do not condone wars, specifically because it causes harm to innocent families, innocent women and innocent children. With that same token, What I also don't like is when marginalized groups that were born and raised in this country are persecuted and marginalized for events that are happening outside of this country. In this case, this woman has persecuted and marginalized this Jewish man because of the situation that is going on in Gaza, which in my opinion, it's completely unfair. This guy is not from Gaza. He doesn't live in Gaza. He lives in the UK. He's a British patriot, and you cannot blame him for the situation that is going on in Gaza. With that same token, once again, as I say, I do not condone war in any country against anybody. I do not condone wars whatsoever. I don't give a fuck what country it's in. I don't agree with war. I wish countries could sit down at tables and resolve situations amicably. But unfortunately, the world doesn't work that way. There is always going to be wars. But if it was up to me, if I was God, if I was the president of this planet, I would not allow wars to take place, and I would make people sit down at a table and sort out situations in a civilized manner. But this woman didn't do that, and she obviously doesn't believe in that. And this is why I think she spat in this man's face. Now, at this point, it is an allegation, but I believe she did actually spit in his face. I believe she did do it. And we know that a lot of the far left are pro-Palestine, so it wouldn't surprise me if she spat in his face and there was an actual motive behind it. There was a reason for her to do it. So I believe that she has actually done it. Now, if she actually gets charged, there are two main charges that you will face for spitting on a person, because it is actually illegal to spit on someone in this country. The first is common assault battery, section 39, which faces a maximum penalty of 6 months in prison and a £5,000 fine. Now, the second charge related to spitting on someone is ABH, which holds a maximum penalty of up to 5 years in prison. And this tends to be the charge if you cause significant harm to someone, for example, a disease transmission. So yeah, the police are investigating this woman at the moment. I believe she will be found guilty. I believe they will find her DNA on the man's flag, and she will be charged for spitting on him, and she will be taken to court, and she'll probably receive a fine or something. But in my opinion, I hope she goes to prison. I hope she learns her lesson not to spit on someone and marginalize and persecute someone because of their race or religion. Now, some people are probably asking, how do you know that the far left don't like Jews? And I just want to elaborate on this situation a little bit deeper, just to hit this point home of why I do believe this woman did actually spit on a Jewish man. Now, I asked ChatGPT, why do the far left dislike Jews? Now, ChatGPT says that's a very big and sensitive question, and the answer isn't simple. It's not accurate to say the left wing hate Jews as a blanket statement. People on the political left are not monolithic. There are Jewish people and strong allies on the left, just as there are on the right. But there are recurring tensions between some parts of the left and Jewish communities, often tied to a few themes. Number one, Israel and Palestine. Many left-wing movements strongly support the Palestinian cause and are critical of the Israeli government's policies. Sometimes that criticism crosses into hostility towards Jews in general, blurring the line between opposing a government and targeting an entire people. This can manifest in rhetoric that holds all Jews responsible for the actions of Israel, which is anti-Semitic. And this is my belief. This is why she actually spat on a Jewish man, because she holds hatred towards this man because of what is going on between Israel and Palestine. And I think this story needs to be highlighted. It's massively hypocritical, because stand up to racism, they are supposed to be against racism and anti-Semitism. And this literally says it on their banner. Here you can see stamp out anti-Semitism. So they say they are against it, but you clearly have a member of stand up to racism. She must hold something against this Jewish man because she took it upon herself to spit on him. Now, you can say it's not because of that, it's because he's a patriot and he was waving the English flag. In my opinion, I don't believe it's because he was waving the British flag. I do believe it's because of the situation in Palestine, and that is why she spat on this Jewish man. Now, as I say, I need to make my point clear once again. I am completely against wars. I do not condone wars in any country, specifically because it causes harm to innocent families, women and children. But again, it's not fair to persecute somebody that was born in England because of something that is happening outside of England. Anyway, give me your thoughts in this situation, guys. Do you think this woman actually spat on a man? And if so, do you think she did it because he is Jewish or because of another reason? And also, do you believe this woman will be arrested? Give me your thoughts in the comments and let me know what you think.